In a small, quiet village nestled in the mountains, there lived a girl named Alara. She was known for her curious spirit and deep love for the night sky. Every evening, she would sit by the lake near her home and gaze at the moon, which hung like a glowing lantern in the vast, dark sky. One night, as Alara sat by the water, she noticed something different. The moon, usually bright and clear, was obscured by dark clouds. Its light seemed dim, as if it was struggling to shine through. Alara felt a pang of sadness. She had always thought of the moon as strong and steady, guiding travelers and lighting up the night. But now, it seemed as if the moon was weary, burdened by the weight of the clouds. She whispered to the moon, "Why do you hide behind the clouds? You are meant to shine." To her surprise, a soft voice echoed back, "Even the brightest of us need rest. Sometimes, we must gather our strength before we can shine again." Alara pondered these words. She realized that the moon was much like herself. There were days when she felt full of light, ready to take on the world. But there were also days when she felt dim, weighed down by her worries and fears. She had always believed that to be strong, she must always be bright and never show weakness. But the moon was teaching her something different. The next night, the sky was clear, and the moon shone brightly once more, its reflection dancing on the surface of the lake. Alara smiled, understanding now that strength did not come from always being at her best, but from knowing when to rest, to gather herself, and then rise again, even brighter than before. From that day on, whenever Alara faced challenges, she thought of the moon. She allowed herself to have her moments of rest, knowing that just like the moon, she would return to her full brilliance in time. And in those quiet moments by the lake, she learned that her light, just like the moon's, was always there, even when it was hidden behind clouds. In the moon's gentle reflection, Alara saw herself, not as a being who needed to be strong all the time, but as someone who could embrace the ebb and flow of life, knowing that even in her darkest moments, her light would eventually find its way back. The moral of the story is that it's okay to have moments of weakness or times when we feel dim and burdened. Just like the moon, we need to acknowledge when we need rest and time to gather our strength. Our true strength lies not in always being at our brightest, but in understanding that these moments of rest and reflection allow us to shine even brighter when we are ready, embracing our own cycles of light. And darkness helps us to be resilient and to appreciate the full spectrum of our inner strength.